I will read again the question made by medium to Ramatis. The name of the medium is Ercílio Maes, and the book is named uh, Physiology of the Soul. Em português, Ercílio Maes, Fisiologia da Alma pelo Espírito de Ramatis. By a spirit from Ramatis. This spirit came after Kardec in 18 more or less 1947 more or less, okay, through medium Ercílio Maes. Have others mediums that receives things by Ramatis, but I don't read, then I can say about. I only read by Ercílio Maes that I know. Question: in view of the varied and sometimes contradictory opinions brought among religious and secular groups, and even within the medical profession, regarding the use of animal meat as food, we would like you to provide us with ample clarification on the matter so that we may arrive at a clear and logical conclusion as to whether or not a carnivorous diet harms our organism or in any way hinders the evolution of our spirit. Preliminarily, we must say that in the East, as many anti-vegetarians affirm, the abstention from meat as food seems to be solely a religious tradition, which Westerners consider absurd given the difference in customs between the two peoples. What do you say about this? Ramatis answer: the preference for vegetarianism in the East is based on the firm conviction that as the soul progresses, it's also necessary that the physical body harmonize with the spiritual progress already achieved. Even in the lower realms, nutrition varies according to the delicacy and sensitivity of the species. While the mishap from war feeds underground, the poetic winged figure of the hummingbird sustains itself with the nectar of flowers. Hindu initiates know that the bloody remains of carnivorous eating intensify the psychic atavism of animal passions, and that the higher principles of the soul must always overcome the injunctions of matter. Few creators manage to free themselves from the vigorous oppression of the hereditary tendencies of the animal, which make themselves felt through their flesh. Question: but carnivorous eating, especially in the West, is already a deeply ingrained habit in the human psyche. We believe that we are so organically conditioned to the ingestion of meat that we feel we were weakened by their most meager diet. Ramatis said, "You already have irrefutable proof that you can live and enjoy excellent health without resorting to carnivorous eating. To prove your mistake, it would suffice to consider the existence in your world of corpulent and robust animals of extraordinary vigor, which nevertheless are strictly vegetarian, such as the elephant, the ox, the camel, the horse, and many others. As for the biological conditioning due to the habit of eating meat, you must understand that pride, vanity, hypocrisy, or cruelty are also stigmas that have been forget through the centuries. But you will have to definitively eliminate them from your psyche. The habit of smoking and the immoderate use of alcohol are also stratified in your etheric memory. However, you don't justify them as indispensable needs of your unwary souls. We acknowledge that throughout the millennia already lived in the formation of your individual consciousnesses, you have been stigmatized with the etheric vitalism of carnivorous nutrition. But it's important to recognize that you have already surpassed the spiritual deadlines set for the tolerable continuation of this morbid and cruel diet. In the evolutionary technique of the sidereal world, the psychophysical state of present day man demands urgent improvement in the type of diet. This must also correspond to the progressive transformations that have already occurred in the spheres of science, philosophy, art, morality, and religion. Your system of nutrition, a psychic deviation, a perversion of taste and smell. You approach the brute considerably in this attitude of sucking marrow from bones and ingesting entrails in the manner of tasty iguanas. We are certain that the sidereal command employ in all its efforts so that the earthling may gradually distance himself from the repugnant zoophagic preference. Question: should we consider ourselves indebted to God because of our carnivorous diet when we are only attending to the sacred natural imperatives of life itself? Ramatis answer: although cannibals also attend to the sacred natural imperatives of life. It's true. Nevertheless, you endorse their bloody feasts of human flesh, just as you don't rejoice in their filth as food or in their repugnant Nevertheless, they endorse their bloody feats of human flesh, just as they don't rejoice in their filth as food or in their repugnant beverages and products of chewing raw corn. Uh, just as the cannibalistic diet causes you astonishment and horror, so too does your morbid diet of entrails and bloody victuals in a spicy sauce cause a terrible impression of disgust to the humanities of the higher worlds. Pay attention, have higher words that consider our costumes. Terrible impression of disgust to the humanities. Cause a terrible impression of disgust in their humanities of the higher worlds. These communities shudder at the descriptions of your slaughterhouses, charqueadas, butcher shops, and cold storage facilities stained with the blood of animal, and the pathetic sight of their dismembered corpses. However, the anthropophagy of the savages is still quite innocent, given their limited spiritual understanding. They devour their prisoner of war in the naive illusion of inheriting his intrepid qualities and his bloodthirsty vigor, but the civilized to attend to their tables. Lavish and qualities and his bloodthirsty, lavish and teeming with animal organs. They specialize in Epicurean broths and culinary refinements, turning the necessity of sustenance into a morbid art of pleasure. The native offers his club to his prisoner so that he may defend himself before being crushed by blows. Then he tears open his entrails and devours him. Then they tears or native tears open his entrails and devours him. Famished soul lie under the natural imperative of satisfying hunger. The victim is ingested hastily, raw, but this is done far from any calculation or morbid pleasure. The civilized man, however, demands the cadaverous scraps of the animal in the form of succulent stews or slow roasted dishes. He claims the need for protein, but betrays himself with the refinement of vinegar, onion, and pepper. Excuses himself with the biological conditioning of centuries in which he became addicted to carnivorous nutrition, but sustains the gloomy industry of canned animal viscera and glands. He patronizes the art of menus of picturesque necrophagy, an award for the master chefs of animal cuisine. Civilization built according to the latest scientific and electronic standards conceived by human intelligence multiply their most efficient and precise equipment with the aim of skillfully organizing slaughter. Notable specialists and he know it, nutritionists study how to mass produce the best ham or the most delicious sausage made from coagulated blood. The foreman, hardened by the work, gives the friendly touch and make the treacherous invitation for the animal to join the dead skilled butchers. Skilled butchers seasoned in funeral service maintain their fame for the speed with which they skin the animal while it's still warm. In the convulsions of agony, competent veterinarians meticulously examine the organic constitution of the victim and place the appropriate health one so that the illustrious civilized does not suffer the pathogenic consequences of roasting, cooking the animal's entrails. Tourists, apprentices, and students, when they visit the modern colosseum built for the death industry, where the new Samsons guillotine their friendly servants en masse, are amazed by the extraordinary resources of modern science. Here, cranes under ingenious mechanical operation rise stained crimson and dump sinister portions of viscera and palpitating offal. Their perfected cleavers, moved by efficient electrical equipment, kill with implacable mathematical precision. Over their boilers, presses, skinners, beaters, and grinders perform the lugubrious symphony capable of horrifying the old chieftains, who only devoured to satisfy generous blood of the animal sacrificed. For human gluttony flows continuously, but the success of the refrigerated production is further demonstrated by a brilliant design. Spacious elevators rise relentlessly overloaded with pigs and gently deposit them onto the threshold of bogging, inclined aluminum pipes in the style of a roller coaster. Quickly the pigs are pushed in a line through the inside of the polished pipes and slide swiftly in grotesque and amusing oscillations to suddenly plunge alive into tasks of boiling water. In order to adapt the modern technique and scientific wisdom, which does favor the production of the beast fashionable ham. How many more pigs will need to slide down the green roller coaster, a creation of morbid human genius, so that you can savor your delicious ham for your daily snack? Then is the description of horror to that animal to satisfy our daily snack. have so much in world options, delicious options. To we be convinced to let this addict to eat so much meat from animals. When I was 50 years, I stopped eat meat from red meat, and until now, nor white meat I am eating. I survive with delicious foods that I make with vegetables, soja, I don't know say this in English, meat of soja, and I think it's soy, I don't know, I think no. But it's from soja, protein from soja. And rice and other species of seeds, and have various vegetables and proteins without use animals. In Spiritism, Spirit said that God let some type, not all animals, some type of animal use it by food. But today we have others, millions of other types of food to eat marvelous, with so much health than only animal meat. I stopped to eat meat for compassion to the animals, was my option. And I invite you to develop this compassion to our brothers in our back evolution. They are our brothers, and they are suffering a lot, afraid, nervous that they perceive they will be dead. And I discover in other land, they turn it law, don't that animals without make him with anesthesia. I don't know right if it's this, but with a form they will be doped to don't perceive what will happen. This is a bit compassion, because have places I don't like nor think about this. I don't got see movies about it. I don't get make this. I don't get strong to see this more. When past half movies, I don't stop. I can't see this, because I live my house. My mother that chicken, my neighbor that pigs, and I heard all final year next to the Christmas, the the voice of pig claimant was horrible. All final year I was passing so bad to know that those animals would be dead. I don't know what form the neighbor making this was horrible. Then when I had 50, 5, I stopped I decided never more eat meat, red meat, and never more I would to a house of meat buy this, never more. Sometimes if I go in a place that don't have other food, in a party that the owner of house don't give order, I capable to meet a bit, but not so much. Cause in my organism, I think digestion of this is so difficult. Then if I eat a bit, I feel so strong difficulty to this. I don't condemn no one that eat meat, never, nor my family. When I stopped in past to eat meat, I forced him make the same that me, no. But I only stopped this to compassion to animals. Is this? Is natural in me this? Then I don't condemn no one. But I invite you to eat less this, to have a better health in your stomach. A doctor said, don't eat meat all day, only 3 days a week, cause cancer. The digestion of meat is so difficult for all organisms. All things in planet evolute. The planet, the earth evolute, the nature evolute. Our bodies evolute and our necessities to food evolute. Have people that want resolve emotional problems with food. It's impossible make this. It's only an illusion, and you will imply your body. You will make this with your organs when you create so great a mess of gordura in Portuguese. I don't know in English what say. But this mess will comprehend your internal organs. See one thing. Think about it. And I invite you to have more health in your body. And don't let your body so great. This is a sick body. Have people that can make this without make intervention, medical intervention. I know. I don't want to say this to people that have problems in glandular problems. No, I don't say this to these people. I say this to all people that can control this. That don't is necessary so much quantity of meat in our life. Another problem, this is actually they are destroying forests to put and create cows and bulls and to produce red meat and destroy the environment necessary to us. We need in agriculture learn with indigenous how have forest and vegetables in the same place without disgusting the the art, without be with how to say this, without be with vegetables so nutritive, full of vitamins, cause soil, cause the earth where we plant seeds will be so used and thin to produce good food, but have other ways to balance this and have agriculture that have a name to this type of agriculture mixed with forests, mixed with other type of vegetables that balance the place. All this is knowledge, and actually we must think about it urgently and don't let forests being destroyed only by addicted to eat meat that come from our past. Since I had 50, I don't pass it bad without vitamins in my body, without meat. I was changing, so slow this. I changed, retiring a bit the meat until no more need this. I hope I gave to you a bit notion about what Ramatis will say about eat meat. The arguments to don't make more this. And slow, we must change in this habit for our health, emotional mind, and our body. To turn this less hard to body, make a digestion of this food so hard food to stomach. And we must think in this idea and start make a movement to be a bit day by day less of only meat, only red meat in our food. Have other excellent options. How? Fish. How? Chicken. If we don't want in no time retire meat, I don't counsel this. No. I will decide stop eat meat now. It don't will be good. We must make this slow, but try to make this. And he tired day by day the quantity of this meat we are eating. It's necessary to our evolution and this body that don't have more so much necessity of meat. Is this my idea to pass to you? And I hope you like it and think about it. Until the next, and tomorrow I pretend make about no smoking tomorrow. And other day, no drink alcohol all time, all day. How? An addiction. Not addiction to meat, not addiction to smoke, not addiction to alcohol. All these things except smoke. Eat meat and alcohol, we can retire this a bit, day by day, year, retiring this, go to retiring this day by day, to make this a bit, and retire totally smoke from our life. This is, we will see in the next life, this will come to civilization from indigenous, people that came to indigenous, get and take to civilization this habit, but the body of indigenous is totally different body of people from cities, because they are a body so much strong than our. We can see this by his hair, by his skin, by his totally body. They are so much resistant to difficulties in nature, because this they get use smoke inside his bodies, but civilization, no. Men of city don't have this strong inside to get but smoke inside. Tomorrow I will talk about it, reading texts of Ramatis that don't give circles. They go in the right point. Ramatis go in the right point and say the truth about these matters. Thank you, your presence, and God bless all of you. And think about what I said about eat meat. God bless all. Until the next.